Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good nights, whatever it is, wherever you are. If you guys have been listening to my audio videos, thank you so much. A lot of people seem to like these because it doesn't obligate you to actually feel like you need to watch the screen. You can just listen as you're driving, cleaning, cooking, whatever. So I'm definitely going to continue these audio videos. So your purpose, your journey, your gifts. This was not a planned topic, but I decided to talk about this because it is a beautiful Saturday. Sun shining. It feels good. The perfect spring day, right? However, I'm bored. And, well, not bored. Well, I can say bored. I'm getting to the point where, like, I'm one of those people. I found my purpose in life. I found my thing, right? I am an actor, right? So I would say when I turned about 13, it kind of manifested itself in my head. I just, for some reason, right? Watching Vivica Fox, Jada Pinkett, Halle Berry, like all these black figures inspired me as a black teenage girl, right? So, but by the time I was a senior in high school, it was definite. It was definite. There was nothing else that I wanted to do, right? And I'm 39 now, and I am proud of my resume, I shall say. So I'm one of those people. I know who I am. I know what I know the gifts that God has blessed me with. I know what I want to do. Bottom line, basically, is what I'm saying. So, and I know, listen, guys, so I know there's different aspects of your purpose, right? If you're a singer, just because you're not on tour, that doesn't mean you're not a singer, right? You can always be taking vocal classes. You can always do these different sorts of things, right? To improve your, professional status, your title, your whatever, whoever, But I'm bored today. And it is because I don't feel like, I know it's because I'm not doing anything when it comes to my craft. Of course, every day I wake up, I got to be a mom. I'm always busy being a mom, right? I'm busy being a good daughter because I'm taking care of my father during this time. I'm not ready to talk about that, but I'm so busy taking care of everyone else and doing all these other things. But I guess when it comes to my craft, when I'm not in my craft and when I'm not in my actual purpose, using my God-given talents and gifts, it's kind of boring. It's like I went grocery shopping today. I did all the stuff. I've done everything that I am obligated to do as a woman, as a mother, as a nurturer, a daughter, all that. And I heard someone else say this before. I don't know where I heard this quote, but it was a quote like, life is boring if you're not actively, in your purpose or in alignment, one or the other, in alignment or in your purpose. Now, I am not one of those people who feel like I am not an actor just because I'm not in a play or just because I'm not on set. I don't feel like I'm not an actor. However, I just feel like I just always have that desire to be doing something as an actor. And that right there is confirmation that I've found my thing in my, who I am. Now, this is just me. I'm not one of those women who feel like just being a mother is my sole purpose in life. I'm sorry. Sorry if I don't want to offend anyone, okay? Don't leave no mean comments. But I'm just not that woman who feels like a mother is the end all be all, because it's not. Like, I was born with gifts and purposes and with an intent to become something, right? Someone. I chose to be a mother. You know what I mean? And now that I am a mother, it is an obligation, and I love my kids I love them so much. I really do. I actually miss them being babies. They're 15 and 9. They'll both be 16 and 10 in August. I have 2 August babies. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. But I miss them being babies, actually. And maybe that's part of my transformation, I feel like, because I don't have babies to take care of anymore. Like I have kids, and I'm still obligated to do certain motherly things, right? But I don't have that definite obligation or that need that, like a little toddler or baby requires. So I'm getting a lot of free time, as they get older. I'm getting hit with a lot more free time than usual than these last few years. So I'm becoming more of who God intended for me to be. I'm not saying that God never intended for me to be a mother, guys. I'm not saying that. Don't take none of this wrong. But I have more free time to actually be and exist as myself, and utilize my gifts and my talents and pursue those things. I have a lot more time on my hands. So when I just have like a Saturday or any day when I'm not in a play, or I'm not auditioning, or I'm not receiving castings, or I'm not on set filming, right? It's kind of weird. It's weird. And I know that everyone needs downtime here and there, whatever, but I feel like I am just here sometimes if I'm not, what word am I looking for? If I'm not operating in my gifts and in my craft. It's like, okay, I have nothing else to do today. I may go on a walk. I actually may go to Forest Park. For those who don't live in St. Louis and not familiar with Forest Park, gorgeous, right? I may do a Forest Park tour one day. We have the best zoo. We have one of the best zoos. I don't know if we're still number 1, but we have the best zoo, in my opinion. So I'm going to start doing my walks in Forest Park too, guys. And then I'm going to start doing my videos on Art Heal, my audio videos on Art Heal, so you guys can see that. But do you guys know what I'm talking about? I mean, I guess it's like a chef, someone who has a dying desire to cook and to create meals and put sauces and create spices and put all this stuff together, and just it's their world. And if a chef who has a passion for cooking goes probably a week without cooking, then they're going to start to feel this decline in their energy. Yeah, I love, I wear many hats on a day-to-day basis, but when I am in my craft, guys, like it gives me so much energy. I feel so purposeful. I feel so in alignment. I feel like I am me. This is me. Like, this is me. But anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys are smart and intelligent. Just wanted to make a quick audio video, discuss this. I mean, like a hairstylist, a doctor, doesn't even matter how highly ranked your passion is in society. I don't care if you're a gardener. It's springtime. You have to be in the yard because that's what you do. Like that's when you feel more purposeful. That's when you feel like you're giving back. It's like you're giving yourself back to the world because you're doing this thing that you love, and it's sending good energy out. It's making you happy. It's who you are. It's something that you've connected with. It's something that you've discovered that you like to do. Sorry, guys, if you hear those sirens. But yeah, this was just a quick random video. What is your purpose? What do you guys do? What do you like to do? What makes you feel like you are you outside of being a coworker, outside of being a mom, a dad, outside of being a neighbor, outside of being, all these titles that society puts on us, outside of being the manager at your job? What is that thing that, and some people discover it as kids, some people discover it as adults, like painters. Man, you take a painter's paintbrush away, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. Anyway, guys, happy Saturday. Just wanted to talk about this because I just got home. I don't have anything else to do today. And I was like, I wish I had like a script to study and no, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm always watching movies and sometimes TV shows, but mostly movies. I went through my Cicely Tyson phase. I watched all Cicely Tyson's movies. I went through my Denzel phase. I choose actors from time to time, and then I study all of their characters. So I'm always watching stuff, studying characters, and characters' reactions and their interactions and their responses and their facial expressions. So I'm always doing that. But I don't know. Today it was like, I wish I had like something to obligate. I wish I was obligated to something in the craft. Like, I wish I was in a play. I don't know. It was just pulling on me today. Like, I just wish I had rehearsal to go to or something today. I don't know. But anyway, I have a few acting classes coming up. So I have things coming up. But for some reason today, after I got done with all the stuff that I absolutely had to do, then I was like, okay, now I'm kind of bored. Anyway, enough of my rambling on this beautiful Saturday. If you're still listening, you might as well go ahead and subscribe, because obviously you like me, okay? You like my personality. I have an audio only playlist, guys. So all of these audio only videos are in its own playlist. I have my gift basket videos for every holiday, every season. I have Easter basket tutorials, all of that. Everything's organized for you guys. But yeah, happy Saturday, and subscribe. And I hope you found your purpose and your passions and your desires. And I hope you're following your dreams. And I hope you're planning to be strategic on following your dreams. Yeah, that's it. Bye-bye.